Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. My name is Jarod and I'm the founder of the Vision Possible Charity Concert Series. We've been active since November 2015, and we usually do live concerts in Buffalo, New York. However, given the current pandemic situation, we obviously cannot continue those, so we are switching to this online format and trying it out. So thank you to the 5 p.m. series for collaborating with us and letting us play on your platform. It is an absolute honor, and it's just really commendable what your organization has done for everyone around the world. I think music is one of those things that is keeping people sane and happy during these tough times. So thank you for giving people access to listen to the music, and also thank you for letting artists express themselves through sharing their music with everyone. And a quick note about the pandemic, I just want to extend my best wishes in regards to all of you listening, for your safety, your health, your family, your friends, your loved ones, and also yourselves. Don't forget to take care of yourselves. So for the Vision Possible concerts, I usually start with the same mission statement every concert, which is that through sharing music, we wish to make everyone's visions possible. However, today it's not so simple to say just that. And of course, I'm referring to recent incidents involving members of the Black community in America, notably Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. They were victims of police brutality stemmed from racial discrimination. And they had their lives taken away from them very unfairly, and with that also the opportunity of futures and time for them to fulfill their visions and their dreams and their aspirations. And I mean, all of you listening out there, I'm sure you have your own things that you're looking forward to in life, whether it's short term, like finally finishing this book you've been reading throughout quarantine, or long term, like opening up a pastry shop. I'm sure we all have dreams and things that we want to do, and just imagine if your life ended right now and you didn't get to do those things. I think collectively we can all agree that that feeling sucks, and that is exactly what happened to so many members of the Black community. And that is because of racism. And that is just all very wrong. So today, the musicians and I, we want to take action and do something about that, and really permanently prevent that from happening again. So we are proudly supporting the NAACP today. We believe that they're an organization that can really make an impact with all these huge issues going around in our world. So please find the GoFundMe page and the GoFundMe link, and please support and donate. Every dollar counts, and we have to do it together. So yes, please donate. And so this program today, I hope that it will reach you emotionally, because it's very dynamic, and it's also performed by people from coast to coast of the United States. I mean, I have some younger cousins from Dallas and San Jose, and then some colleagues that I've met, whether at Rice, where I go to school, go Owls, and whether it's at Rice or I mean, you can see the program. People are from everywhere, and we even have some professional musicians joining us, like Buffalo Philharmonic Orchestra members, Andrea and Doug Cohn, who are in the first violin section, Roman McNulloff, who's the principal cellist, and also my high school orchestra teacher, Doug Shaw. He's awesome. And it's just, I think it's very beautiful how music can unite all of us who are from all over the world and different ages, at different points in our music career. I think it's just really beautiful how it can unite us all, and I think the world could use some of that too. Before we start our program, I want to acknowledge my partner in organizing this concert, David Danjul. He has done most of the work concerning technology. For example, he made the flyer, and he also stitched together the video. So without him, it's likely that the flyer and video would have looked very bad, especially if I made it. So thank you so much to David. You're a wizard. And you'll hear him later this program. So enough of me talking. Let's hear some music, and we'll start with me and Louis. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Louis McAdow, and I want to thank you for being here with us tonight. This evening I'd love to sing Felix Mendelssohn's Fruhlingslied for you, along with Jarod on the piano. In English, Fruhlingslied translates to spring song, and to put it briefly, this song is about hope. Hope that no matter how bad the winter is, spring will come again. And with that in mind, and recalling to mind everything that's happening in this country right now, let us remember that no matter what happens, goodness will triumph, and spring will come again.
Der Frühling naht mit Brausen, wüstet sich so tat, und unter Sturm und Rasen bleibt still die grüne Saat. Unter Sturm und Rausen bleibt still, kein Still, die grüne Saat. Drum ach, du Menschenkind, das nicht errennt, nicht schlafend Wind. Drum ach, du Menschenkind, dass dich der Lenz nicht schlafend Wind. Der Lenz nicht schlafend Wind. Du ab die Wintersorgen, empfange frisch den Gast. Er fliegt wie junger Morgen, hält's nicht lange aus. Er fliegt wie junger Morgen, hält nicht lange rast. Die Knospe spielt, die Blumen blüht, die Stunde als der Frühling flieht. Drum ach, du Menschenkind, dass dich der Lenz nicht schlafend wind. Dass dich der Lenz nicht schlafend wind. Ihr armen Menschenkinde ist wund und weh ums Herz. Aufspring, Getrost der Rinde, schau mutig Frühling wärts. Es schießt das eisig weller Wind, dir taugt der Schmerz und löst sich. Leise anstimmen ihren Chor, so schau nach deiner Weise aus tiefster Brust hervor. Bist nicht verlangt, bist nicht allein, umringt von Sang und Sonnenschein. Bist nicht verlangt, bist nicht allein, umringt von Sang und Sonnenschein.
Hi, my name is Jarod. I'm 21 years old and currently finishing up my undergraduate degree at the Juilliard School. Today you're going to hear me play my transcription of the organ piece by Florence Price titled Adoration. If many of you don't know, Florence Price is a terrific African-American composer, and she composed primarily throughout the early 20th century. In fact, her first symphony was the first piece by an African-American female to be performed by a major symphony orchestra. So she was a huge trailblazer. Composers like Price, specifically black composers, are not a part of our classical canon. And this is a tragedy because there's so much great music by black composers. So if you are a concert programmer or a classical musician like me and you're watching, please, please, please play and program music by black composers, because it's the least we can do. Thank you.
Hello, we are the Solana Quartet from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. We're really happy to be participating in this benefit concert put on by our good friend Jarod. We really believe in the cause, and while recent events have really started this conversation, this has been an issue that has not been recent, and in fact our country is built off of fundamentally wrong and racist ideals, and so we're really happy to put forth this effort that we can, and we think that these conversations absolutely need to be had, and it's time for people to be uncomfortable, to bring about change.
Absolutely, and I think it's also important to recognize that the music world is not exempt from these kinds of systemic issues of racism and discrimination that have happened historically. And really, the very least we can all do is take a look at the music world and see where there's issues of accessibility for classical music and other types of music as well, and also think about what kinds of music we value and what kinds of voices we value, and lift up those voices who have really a lot to say if we just make the space for them to add to the art world and discourse about these kinds of issues.
We're very excited to share with you a recent performance of Beethoven's String Quartet, Opus 135, third movement, and thank you so much to Jarod for letting us be a part of this.
check tuning. I pressed the button too late.
I'm Jaina.
And I'm Jody.
I'm going to be singing God is So Good
by Paul Mackay. Even though this song is pretty short and simple,
we hope you enjoy.
During these hard times,
don't give up and have lots of hope.
My name is Teddy Yu and I'm 18 years old. I am from Potomac, Maryland, and I am a rising sophomore at Rice University studying piano performance under the instruction of Professor Jean Kierman Fisher. I am so thankful that you are all able to join us today, and I am so blessed and lucky to have the opportunity to perform for you, as music is an incredible healing source. During this time of the Black Lives Matter movement, I urge you to keep educating yourselves, whether that is reading articles, looking at social media posts that are informative, and even just watching videos that talk about our country's history with racism. While educating yourselves, please do not forget to take breaks, as all this information on this sensitive topic can be overwhelming, and we want to keep creating efficient change moving forward. Hopefully, as I perform today, Debussy's well-known Clair de Lune, I hope you can find some sort of peace in it, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Roman Mikinulov, and this is my son Ben. And while being stuck here, this is our take on Two Cellos, Thunderstruck.
Hello everyone, my name is Tegan and I'm really glad to be playing for you today. I'd like to thank Jarod for organizing all of this and the 5 p.m. concert series for allowing us to connect through these digital means. And I'm really glad we are able to connect this way, but I also wish that I could look you all in the eye tonight because I feel like recently it's just been too easy to forget that when we talk about a people, we're talking about a group of individuals. And as individuals, we all carry this multitude of identities. You know, we all have favorite colors. We all have these holiday traditions and bedtime routines. But some people have their identity decided for them before they can even open their mouth. And my mind has been racing these last days, thinking about words from leaders like Kimberly Jones, and I'm asking myself where we go from here. During the worst days, it seems like the concept of the American melting pot is a joke, and it seems silly to play music when people are dying. And in the music world, we're asking ourselves about equity in programming, but sometimes it just feels like we're asking people to fit themselves into these supremacist molds that we've cultivated. Angela Davis asked us to consider equity versus justice, and I fear I'm letting her down. I have an innumerable amount of privileges that is allowing me to stand in front of you, and I need to figure out how I'm using them. I need to unlearn the biases that I've internalized for the last 2 decades. And I don't have many answers for these questions, but people wiser and kinder and more experienced than me do. People at the NAACP do, which is why we're fundraising for them tonight. These leaders can guide us through the process of stripping down our communities and rebuilding them better through specific actions. And meanwhile, I've been reading and thinking, and when it gets to be too much, playing music doesn't feel silly. It feels like a relief. Playing music feels like another way that I can understand my fellow human people as individuals. And one of these individuals that I admire so much is Carlos Simon, who's a dear friend, and I've really been blessed to play a large amount of his music over the years. He wrote this piece, Between Worlds, last year for the Irving M. Klein International String Competition. And this is what Carlos writes about Between Worlds. Bill Traylor was born a slave in Alabama in 1853 and died in 1949. He lived long enough to see the United States of America go through many social and political changes. He was an eyewitness to the Civil War, Emancipation, Reconstruction, Jim Crow segregation, and the Great Migration. As a self-taught visual artist, his work reflects 2 separate worlds, rural and urban, black and white, old and new. In many ways, the simplified forms in Traylor's artwork tell of the complexity of his world, creativity, and inspiring bid for self-definition in a dehumanizing, segregated culture. This piece is inspired by the evocative nature as a whole, and not one piece by Traylor. Themes of mystical folklore, race, and religion pervade Traylor's work. I imagine these solo pieces as a musical study, hopefully showing Traylor's life between disparate worlds. We are all in a state of between right now, as a community and as individuals. But this work has been building, and we get to decide to push it forward now faster than ever. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I hope to see you all in person one day very soon.
Thank you.